Congressman Bill Bartel of Virginian-Pilot.
Hi, I'm Bill Bartel.
Hey, Bill. Good to see you, sir.
No, we're
He's right behind you now.
No, that's okay.
Get used to it.
I know. I'm not thinking about it. It's like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. You voted for the Rigell, which kind of started this, although at the time I don't think you expected this is where we're going on this. But now that we're in it, is there anything that they said you disagree with, or are you sort of in the same camp as these guys?
I appreciate their leadership. I welcome them to Hampton Roads. I'm glad that they're here. I thought that Senator Graham, the outline for an agreement that he laid out makes sense to me, and I'm certainly ready in the House of Representatives to work with him and others, Democrats and Republicans, to make sure the right thing is done.
Do you think the people here, I mean, they were talking about trying to get the word out, but here, in this neck of the woods, do you think people are fairly well aware of this thing, or is it still, I don't know, you hear from both.
I heard you say earlier, well, I think that you thought people really do understand.
Here, you've written about it a lot, so that's my assumption.
Well, I know
but you know
written
better
about it a
than
lot. I don't think people fully understand.
Okay.
And that's why I so appreciate the senators being here. But it is not well understood. And we've been doing everything that we can possibly do, along with Senator Forbes, Representative Forbes, and of course Whitman, to really talk about how serious it is.
Right.
And there's just so many ways to go with this, Bill. I mean, if you just look back at where you try to reconcile what the CFO said, Admiral Green, he said these cuts would do severe and permanent damage to the fleet, and yet the president is nearly silent on this. All the service chiefs put it in really catastrophic terms, and yet the president isn't really sounding the alarm. I have gone so far to say, and I really believe this is warranted, I believe that the president should call us into joint session, because if you take the service chief's comments at face value, and if you really absorb what they're saying and you let it sink in, the magnitude of it, the seriousness of it, and also you look to see that there isn't at least any observable movement toward an agreement, you have to say, unless there's some hidden meetings going on that I'm not aware of, and apparently they're not aware of either, absent that, it does look like we're going off this cliff. And so,
but from your perspective, then, in terms of getting the public sort of engaged, it's not quite there yet. In terms, even here,
at every opportunity,
you would know better than anyone.
And for me as a representative to say, I think the president ought to call us into joint session. That's not a flippant statement. I mean, that's something I've really pondered and thought, okay, does this truly rise to that level? And my view is absolutely it does. Okay, Bill. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Yeah, very good.
Are you ready, David?
Yeah. How are you?
Good.
Busy?
Hey, Dave. How are you, sir? Good to see you. Okay. Look at these fine young men. Hey, sir. Good to see you. Things okay? Excellent. No,
embarrassing.
No. I understand exactly what you're saying. We can talk about that sometime.
Yeah, we'll talk about that sometime.
She avoided my question.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking
I know
about.
exactly what you're talking about. Hey, so good to see you. How are things? Yeah, so Shirley, you're awesome. You are just so terrific. Thank you. Well, well, absolutely. Well, I think that. Are you scared? Well, I take my deep concern and channel it into constructive evidence. Well, yeah, am I concerned? Absolutely. And, well, there's so many aspects. Principally, we do have a chief who is not elevated this. His service chiefs, Secretary of Defense, put this in the most catastrophic terms, and yet the president is silent. And I just took every opportunity.
Well, he's not going to speak out right now. He's not going to speak out. For heaven's sakes, I don't care if you got
Well, we're using every every lever in our office, every email, every time I speak, every YouTube video, every Facebook. We're trying to make it clear that this can and must be averted. We do have time.
Do you think we have time?
Oh, absolutely, we do have time. Yes,
You do.
We do have time. I think that too.
No,
I think what they're saying.
was the message I heard.
No, it's the likelihood of it getting done is low. Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Great work.
Well, I knew that, but I did hear that as well.
Yeah.
Right, but because of the increasing risk in the Pacific and
Yeah.
principally
So
through
that's going
China.
to hit us economically.
Correct, and that's why we need to diversify our economy as well with offshore resources as well. That all the pieces of the puzzle fit together. We can get through this. We just need to make the right decisions and make them in short order. And are you following us on Facebook? Or you're getting our emails, and then you'll know what we're doing. She can help you. Okay.
You know that? Did you post this? Did you see the turnout here today?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you so
ma'am.
much.
Sorry, this is close.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
You know
we're waiting
what?
for
I'm going to go this way.